to do her sex. Oh, yeah. There we go. Right, yes, my name's Chrissy. Just to give you a very quick idea of the kind of person you're dealing with here, I recently put both of my hands in the bin in a public bathroom because I thought it was a Dyson Airblade. So that's where I am. What else can I say about myself? I'm quite a modern person. I'd like to think I'm a bit of an advocate for more progressive, more atypical family setups. For instance, my life partner isn't strictly a husband. If anything, he's more what you'd call a cat. He's a cat. He's a cat. His name's Bernard. I think we have a very healthy relationship, except that he did recently lick my boob, and we haven't really spoken about it since. So I'm not sure what that means for us. I think 2026 is going to be my year, though. I think next year is going to be my year. I think next year might be the year where I finally become a viable human being. Been working towards it. It's been a bit of an uphill struggle, though. Not going to lie, it has been an uphill struggle. Most struggles are uphill, really, aren't they, when you think about it? Hardly ever hear of struggles in other directions. Sisyphus chasing a boulder down a hill and shit, catch it! No, it's been your classic uphill struggle, because there are a lot of impediments to me becoming a functioning human. For a start, you'll be astonished to discover I have ADHD. Whoa, no, it's true, I do. I do. ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder is what it stands for. A gross misnomer, if you ask me. I do not have a deficit of attention. I have a whole ton of attention. It's just that holding on to that attention and directing it where I mean to direct it is a bit like trying to hold on to quite a large armful of weasels. Or a normal size armful of quite large weasels. Or if you like, one of those water snake toys from the 90s. Do you remember those that slip out of your hands? So like a fleshlight for beginners. So I'm like that. I have ADHD. I have poor short-term memory, poor impulse control. I'm clinically depressed. I have poor short-term memory. And I'm an introvert. And to top it all off, I've chosen as my profession something that necessitates the most unnatural communication possible. This is not normal, okay? This is weird. Me up here, you down there. Do I have the power because I'm holding the microphone? Do you have the power because there are more of you than there are of me, Ben? It's weird, isn't it? It is weird. I'm going to make it so weird. So I've been thinking a lot lately about my internal organs. There's no natural way to introduce that into a conversation, is there? Always feels a bit forced. And we're all like weirdly squeamish, I would say, like almost coy about our innards. Like as soon as our insides are mentioned, we all become a sort of fainting aunt from a Jane Austen novel. Mr. Darcy, please, your kidneys, they're on full display. Save something for your wife. Have some pride and pancreas. Thank you, I've now gauged the level of humour of this room. But they're there, aren't they? Inside us, I think. And I guess I don't check very often. I would say I look at my own insides the normal amount, which I've Googled that and that's not at all. I don't look at my own insides at all, but I do believe that they're there. And I don't like that I'm aware that they're there. Okay, if you want to be constantly mildly traumatised, and you're watching me, so I assume that's what you're into, I would recommend becoming aware of your own internal organs and the fact that, best case scenario, they are sitting there inside you day after day doing things without your understanding or your permission. And there's flipping loads of them too. Like if I had to estimate, I would say at least 5 or 6 different bits. I'm not a qualified doctor, I could have been. I could have been, I chose not to be. Medicine's loss was comedy's gain. I am going somewhere with this, by the way, I do have a point. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page vis-a-vis guts. And on that note, hello. Hi! Man who has vehemently never heard of a clitoris. Clit villain. What was your name, sorry?
Jay.
Jay.
Yeah.
Don't know what I was expecting, really. Right, it's a lovely standard name for a lovely standard man. Hello, Jay. Tell me, Jay, do you think it's reasonable for me to assume that you have internal organs?
I think so, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, that's fair.
You think it's fair? Oh, that's good. Quite blasé about it. You know, you don't care. You don't care who knows. Don't care who knows. You're open. Yeah. Not literally. That would be really upstage me. But no, I don't think it's that controversial for me to assume that. In fact, most of us have internal organs. More contentiously, though, I think that some of my major organs have a good cop, bad cop situation going on. I will explain. My heart, that's the good cop. No problem at all with my heart. It pumps blood around my body like an absolute champ. I want it to beat. It does beat every day so far. No problem at all with my heart. Woo. Thanks. I love that validation for my heart. My brain, on the other hand, is an arsehole. Not literally, of course, that would be biologically quite upsetting. I mean that my brain is a dick. Again, not literally. To be absolutely clear, my brain is a brain, but that's the best thing I can say about it. I hate it, it hates me, there's mutual animosity there. At best, it's kind of blithely useless. At worst, I think it might be trying to kill me. Because every day, several times a day, my brain will just go, oh no! And I'll say, what? What is it? And my brain will say, oh no! You've forgotten! And I say, what? What have I forgotten? And my brain will say, I don't know, something, probably. And the worst part is, it's usually right. I usually have forgotten something because, like I said, I have zero short-term memory. Brilliant long-term, zero short-term. So I can remember, word for word, the song from a Chicken Bovril advert from 1988. But I can't remember the beginning of this sentence. Yeah, I'm just hoping that by the time I reach a natural pause in speech, it's at least grammatically correct. So I'm standing there desperately trying to work out what it is that I might have forgotten. And my brain pops up again, very helpfully. Hi, excuse me, hi. Maybe you've forgotten your PE kit. And I say, no, I don't think so, brain. I'm 41 years old, actually. Do I need a PE kit? No. Do I own a PE kit? No. Am I still scared of my PE teacher? And then again, when I lay my head down to sleep, as soon as my head hits the pillow, my brain pops up like the Microsoft Word paperclip. It looks like you're trying to have a nervous breakdown. Would you like some help with that? No! No, thank you! But it's got the bit between its teeth now. Not literally, it doesn't have teeth, it's the brain. It's on a roll. And it says, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that because I've got 5 hours of fake definitions of words to share with you. I said, no, thank you, brain, I don't want that very much. And my brain goes, a platypus is a cat with braids. And I say, no. And my brain says, melancholy, a dog made of fruit. And I say, no. And my brain says, archetype is the answer to what kind of boat did Noah have? He had an archetype of boat. And I say, shut up. And my brain says, I see how it is. You want me to change the channel. And I say, oh God, no, please, don't change the channel. But it says, no, you've twisted my arm. Not literally, it's a brain. You've persuaded me. I'm going to change the channel. And then it's a 50-50 chance of it being either a night of crippling self-loathing, so my brain reminding me of all the ways in which I might have let down myself, my parents, my child, my friends, my lovers, not in bed, just FYI. It's worth a try, isn't it? My PE teacher again, weirdly. Sometimes my country. Either that, or again, on a loop, that Chicken Bovril advert from 1988. That advert. I'm not sponsored, by the way, I suppose other meat drinks are available, but that advert, there was a woman in that Chicken Bovril advert who claimed to be a fashion model. I don't think fashion models do drink liquid chicken. And that has bothered me for 37 years. Because that's another thing I struggle with. I really struggle with the kind of hierarchy of what should and should not worry me. And that worries me. I don't know if it should. To illustrate this, a little while ago, I had a bit of a day. Two things happened, which is more things than usually happen to me in a day. The first thing that happened, I had some neutral feedback from my boss. Not negative feedback, neutral feedback. But my brain's response to it, well, I'm going to be fired. You know, they've worked out I'm not a real human being and I am going to lose my job. I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage, I'm going to lose my home. The song says nobody wants you when you're down and out. Nobody's going to want me. Nobody wants me now, but they're going to want me even less. I'm going to become a social pariah. A warning to idle neurodivergent children. If you don't practice small talk hard enough, you'll end up like the swamp hag. Is there even a swamp near me? What if I have to construct my own swamp? I don't know how to do that. I'm not a telmatologist. Every day's a school day. That's a real definition for you. Telmatologist, swamp specialist. I'm not a telmatologist. I'm going to fail at being a swamp hag. I'm going to die alone and unloved in a sewer, and my cat, Bernard, is going to feast on my corpse. Because I need validation. I crave positive feedback. When my doctor said my urine sample was perfect, without thinking my response was, oh, thanks. What, this old thing? I'll put that on my CV. Put it on my Tinder profile. Good sense of humour, perfect urine sample. Now you remember two things happened to me that day. Okay, first thing, neutral feedback. The second thing that happened, I slightly set my house on fire. Whoops. Oh, what am I like? So random. Yeah, I set my house on fire a little bit, and it was scary. Don't get me wrong, you know, I had to use the fire blanket for the first time ever. I didn't know how to use it. As far as I was concerned, there was a very strong chance that in using the fire blanket to put out the fire, I would set the fire blanket on fire. It was scary. But when I'd sorted it all out, when I'd had a chance to go over it in my head, my brain's response to setting my own house on fire was, oh, I'll tell you what, that was a nice change of pace. So I try to quiet the stupidity with work. Not comedy work, real work, busy work. But my brain is still there. And I know that it needs to be there so that I can live or something. But it remains loud and it remains stupid. It has nothing positive to contribute. Like, sometimes I'll be working, you know, on my laptop. I'm not a pianist or a very good mime. I'll be working. And my brain will pop up and say, hi, busy. Yes, I'm working. Working, are you? Cool. Hey, you know how you're interested in languages? Yes? Ideally, there wouldn't be a mic stand in the way. It's not an ideal world, is it? And you know how the French word for bike is vélo? Yes, I think I remember that from school. Why are you telling me this? Velociraptors are called velociraptors because they used to ride bicycles. That's not true! You know that's not true. You're just doing faux People often come up to me after my gigs and say, "Oh, Chrissy, I love this character you've created." No, I have several problems. I'm working on it though, I'm in therapy right now, thank you. Your bedside manner's a bit weird, you keep laughing at me, but I think I'm into it. It's good though, isn't it? It's good to talk about your problems, whatever outlet you might have, whether you have access to Rob Leonard, whether you just talk to a friend, vent on social media. I think this lovely lady in the front looks like she might write sad songs on a ukulele, and that is absolutely fine. That is just fine, mate, because it's good to talk about the ways in which we are weird and messed up and broken, because we are all weird and messed up and a little bit broken. This world, this beautiful, miraculous, lush green earth on which we live is so weird. It is so messed up. Have you ever watched a nature documentary? Don't. Don't if you want to still like nature. It's a Lovecraftian hellscape out there. It is. An octopus's penis. Good night. An octopus's penis is on the end of one of its arms. It can rip it off and throw it at you if it wants to mate. Not you personally, I don't know why we locked eyes just then, but still! That doesn't feel right, does it? That is counterintuitive. If you're not at least a little bit put out by that, I put it to you that your Pornhub search history is troublingly specific. You can call it vintage anime as much as you want, mate. One of my favourite places ever to have a clapping break, thanks. I'm not sure how to live in a world that's so wet and squishy. I'm not sure how we go on in a world where octopuses are out there just flinging their willies at people. Probably not people, actually, probably other octopuses. I don't know, I'm not a cephalopodologist. But I am some kind of person. Like, how do I go on when I am so full of wet, squishy, visceral guts? And the answer is, I do this. I do stand-up comedy. And it changes a person. It really does change you. I've gone from never having met a stand-up comedian in real life to everyone I know either is a comedian or will be soon. If anyone in the audience isn't a stand-up comedian yet, don't fight it, just let it happen. Most importantly, though, to me, is that when you become a comedian, your priorities shift. You start to do things because you think you'll get a good anecdote out of them. So, you'll take that ill-advised job, you'll go on that date that you shouldn't really go on, you'll jump out of that plane. Me, I did something quite silly, really. I procreated. So, I thought, children, there's a rich seam of comedy there. Why not push a human being out of the old vagina, see what happens? Sorry, when I say old vagina, it's just a turn of phrase. It's no older than the rest of me. It's not a hand-me-down. Vintage purse, love it. No. I had a kid, and I love it. I love being a parent. I think it is so moving being privileged to watch this screaming potato gradually blossom into a weirdly dependent flatmate. Love having a kid. Didn't love being pregnant. Didn't love that at all. Maybe I was doing something wrong. I mean, I did it fine. I kept her in there. Yeah. Didn't accidentally leave my womb at the shops. But maybe I was doing something wrong in terms of my attitude, because pregnant people, they're supposed to be radiant, aren't they? Yeah. I was not radiant as advertised. I was not a glowing fertility goddess. I was more of an angry sphere with wind. Found out I was pregnant the normal way, peeing on a stick. Still think that's quite a weird thing to be the normal way to do something. In most circumstances in life, I've found peeing on things optional, if not frowned upon. School run? No. Jury duty? No. Not even to establish dominance over the other jurors. Funeral? Depends on who died. Families have their little traditions, don't they? I'm not here to kink shame the dead. The thing about being a parent, though, is you spend so much of your time, so much of your soul parenting, that when your kid's kind of not around you and it's time to not parent anymore, it's really hard to turn it off. I keep forgetting to tell this story, but I usually say something quite generic, but a little while ago, this happened to me again. I was in an Uber on the way to a gig, because I do them, and some mounted police went past, and it took every fibre of my being not to turn round to the Uber driver who I hadn't spoken to the entire journey and just go, "Horsies!" The worst one of these that ever happened to me, though, the worst case of kind of misplaced parenting, was my partner at the time had a friend round. So this was two guys in their late 30s kicking back, playing cards in my living room. And let me tell you, it really does change the whole vibe of an evening when you go up to your long-term romantic partner and his friend, who you don't know very well, lean over them and say, "Will Mummy get you a drink?" I had to have a threesome that night just to save face. That's what they did. You guys have been so lovely. You've just been so lovely and welcoming. I'm going to finish in a minute, but before I do, you've been so nice. I'd just like to kind of give something back, if I may. If you'll let me, if you'll indulge me, I'd like to sing you a little song. Is that all right?
Yeah.
It's not even neat. It's just for show, really. This mic, you can hear me. It's an old favourite. You might know it. It's from 1988. Oh, hang on. It's not Bluetoothing. Hang on. I'm going to make it loud. Let's try this again. I'm a fashion model. I'm right on top. Always busy. No time to stop. I eat chicken bovril when my body's on the go. 1 cup, 20 calories. That's real low. It's quick to mix. It's the taste for me. Chicken bovril. Naturally, whatever the city, you'll hear my voice. Chicken bovril, the natural choice. You've been absolutely brilliant. I unfortunately been Chrissy Derbyshire. Thank you very much. You made an old vagina very happy.
I think we're kind of closing up the night, but we do like to give extra awards on the night. So I'd like the audience, if you guys can help.